I have always wanted to make one of these. Edward's bed, not a part of my bag. This is what is in my camera bag 2023, the Manoli Visuals / What Do You Think Is Out There edition. To no one's surprise, I'm going to show you guys what I keep in my camera bag, or what I would keep in my camera bag on any given day as a video producer in the great area of New York City. For context, I'm going to be going over pretty much 3 major categories plus some random accessories. I'm going to be going over my DSLR / mirrorless setup. I'm going to be going over my more pocket and small size cameras, and I'm going to be going over my film cameras that I use. I think I want to start with the most exciting part of this, my new camera. We're actually going to unbox this together. For those of you who can't tell, this is the Canon R5C. It is a digital cinema camera. It can shoot in 8K, 4K. It is both a cinema camera and a photography camera at the same time. For me, this is the most logical next step, and honestly, it was a big investment on my end. I have been shooting on what you can see here is the Canon 80D. We'll go over that a little bit later, but this is the first large-scale camera that I have ever purchased for myself. I've been doing a lot of freelance work, and it feels really good to get to say that I put in the work and was able to purchase this camera on my own. But enough of all that, let's dig into this. The main event for me, at least for this video. This is the Canon R5C in the flesh. For how big this camera is extraordinarily lightweight. I've known for a long time that this was going to be the next camera that I purchase. The fact that it doubles as a cinema and a photography camera is incredibly important for me because, one, yes, I do enjoy making YouTube videos and short films, and having a good quality cinema camera is very, very important to me. I'm going to be getting a lot of use out of it. But done concert photography in the past, and it's something that I would love to get back into in the near future. Photography as a whole is something that I'm also very passionate about, but being able to upgrade to this camera I think is absolutely massive. You can expect a definitive jump in quality in future videos as well. Let's leave it right there. The next camera that I'll be showcasing is what we're filming on right now, my Canon 80D. I got it back in 2017 as a graduation present from my parents, and I'm incredibly grateful because the amount of hours that I've put into this camera are unthinkable. I've worked it to the bone. It's an absolute workhorse, and I cannot recommend the camera enough. When I tell you that the 80D is one of my favorite cameras I've ever worked on, I don't even think that's giving it the respect that it deserves. I think it really punches up for the price, especially for DSLRs. Also, is Casey Neistat's go-to for how many years? It's got to be decent, right? Now, on to lenses. Just to get it out of the way, I can't really show it right now in front of me, but the lens I'm shooting on the Canon 80D is the 10 to 18 millimeter. I think it's f5. You got to be very specific about what you're trying to use for it. Obviously, it's shot super wide. Things can get distorted if you try to get too up close, but it's a great lens. I absolutely love Canon glass all around, and there's a reason that I've stuck with their systems instead of doing a switch to Sony or Fuji or anything like that. Let's start with the lenses in front of me. I think I'll start with the one that I've been using the most in these last couple months. This is the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 Art Series lens. So this is a third-party lens for Canon cameras, but when I tell you this thing is absolutely magnificent, I don't even think that's giving it credit. This lens gets such clean, crystal clear shots. It makes my video and photos go from what seems like amateur to professional in the blink of an eye. It's crazy how much a lens change, and getting a nice quality lens can really do wonders for you. I use it for portraits, I use it for video, I use it for pretty much 90% of what I'm shooting. This has easily been my favorite lens that I've been using. Next up is my latest Canon lens purchase. It is the Canon 100mm f2.8 macro lens. I'll be honest, I did purchase this pretty specifically for film scanning. I develop and scan my own film photos, so I needed a really nice macro lens. I've been absolutely loving this. I'm actually really happy that I purchased it because I also plan on using this for product photography and even portrait photography in the near future. but the quality of this lens has been absolutely incredible. I think I originally wanted an 85mm, but going up to the 100mm, I'm still really happy with it. This is the 18-135. I think this is f3.5 Canon lens. I believe I got it for around $100 to $150 a couple years ago. I actually had this lens lent to me originally to try out to do some concert photography, and I really enjoyed it for it. I think you can get a really crisp image out of these. So useful. Having a good zoom and wide angle lens in one compact lens is such a great multi-tool to have. This is like the Swiss Army knife of lenses for me. And last but certainly not least, I think this is the second lens that I ever purchased. It is the 50mm f1.8 Canon lens. I think you can get these bad boys for like 90 bucks on eBay. The quality of the image you get on this for portraits, for product, are so crisp and gorgeous. I cannot recommend it enough. I think the Nifty 50 is something that every content creator should have in their toolbox. For film cameras, we have two here. The first one is one that I purchased and is actually my first film camera that I got up in the Catskills in New York this past 4th of July. This is the Nikormat FT2. It has a Nikon 50mm 1.4 lens on it. It is an SLR camera. It was in great shape. I got it for about $100. It works great. It takes a great picture. For $100, it was amazing to get me into this hobby. But as my gear acquisition syndrome kicked in, I immediately started looking at upgrades for it. I, along with everyone else, really want the Leica M6. Just because I really want it, does that mean that I'm going to shell out $3,000 to $6,000 for it? Let me bring the microphone in closer just to really drive this home. Absolutely not. That is so much money. If I can get to a point in my career to where it seems like a suitable purchase to buy a Leica M6, then so be it. But to do it right now would be absolutely insane. So instead, a more suitable and affordable purchase, I found the Voigtlander Bessa R with a color Scopra 35mm 2.5 lens. This camera has been so much fun to shoot. It's been really interesting getting into the rangefinder side of film photography. It's really sleek, it's a clean design, and it's all around really fun to use. My only note on this that scares me a little bit is I know for a fact that these are a little bit more prone to damage since they're plasticky compared to the SLR, like my FT2 here, and the Leica cameras, but I like to take care of my equipment. Dropping cameras has never been anything that I've really come in contact with. I hope this lasts me a while. But these are the two film cameras that I own, and I've been shooting an absolute ton. For small cameras, this is the Canon G7X Mark II. It is a very fun camera to use. It's great to keep in the pocket. I actually love taking it out when I go out with my friends to bars, clubs. But the way I can keep this discreet and in my pocket and nobody even knows it's there is honestly an unbeatable feature amongst the rest of the camera itself. This other bad boy is the Sony a6000. This was actually my face cam for streaming when I was building keyboards. It takes an amazing video, super crisp. I actually want to start using this in the field more when I don't want to lug out the DSLR or the R5C. Very discreet, you can keep this on a small tripod. If you're looking for a nice higher quality stream camera, I can't recommend this enough, especially if you don't want to jump up to the mirrorless range, which is obviously super expensive. I think this is a great upgrade. The bag. This is a small sling style bag from Hex Bags. Let me actually figure out. This is the Hex Ranger. I think this is the Arctic camo colorway, and I absolutely love this bag. This is all around a really easy and versatile bag. It's super nice to just keep on you. It's very low profile. For a main compartment, it's very adjustable. It comes with a couple of Velcro dividers. I like this red pocket here for keeping batteries, extra rolls of film, anything like that. Plenty of extra zippers and little secret compartments in the back to keep your keys, wallet, any extra tools or accessories that you might need, whether it's a charger, random cables, anything like that. There is also these two little straps on the bottom that I love because I can slide a tripod in there and keep it pretty easy to get in and out of things. It doesn't cause too much of a distraction or a nuisance to yourself. If you're looking for more of a sling style camera bag, I really can't recommend this enough. I think it does a fantastic job at what it needs to. Now on to one more unboxing. For tripods, I've been using the same tripod that my dad gave me. I'm pretty sure it's older than me. I don't know what brand it is, and it's honestly about to fall apart. It's on its last legs. I've gotten great use out of it, but I think it was time for a suitable upgrade, and that is how I came across where's the front of this? The Manfrotto Be Free Live. Manfrotto is a brand that I trust. I've seen in the industry for years. I've used in the industry for years, and I've been wanting to purchase for myself for a while. So let's go ahead and let's crack this bad boy open though. Camera was easier. Oh, it comes in a nice sleek bag. Labeled the Manfrotto Be Free. It has a nice strap on it, so if you want to sling it around your shoulder. Very nice. And this is it in its compact form. You can bring the legs out here. I'm happy that it comes with the arm. That is something that I find really important and I don't see in a lot of other travel tripods. That is actually one thing that really drew me to this. The fact that it has a video arm is incredibly important to me. But the fact that this thing is pretty lightweight. It's not as light as my current one, but this thing is about 50 times the quality of it, I think. Has an incredibly fluid ball head motion for the top where the camera sits. Honestly, jumping from the current setup I have now to this, I feel like is evolving Pokemon. I think it's going to be an incredible jump in quality, and I can't wait to get out there more in 2023 to really get some use out of it. I'm really hoping to get more into short filmmaking in this next year, but I definitely want to keep upping the quality of these YouTube videos that you're watching right now. I've been watching videos like this from Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, and Maddie for years now, and I always envy watching them with all of this incredible gear, and it almost gives me inspiration for how I wanted to start building out my equipment library. But I do understand why they do it besides views. That's half the reason I'm doing it, let's be real. I almost think it's a fun way of cataloging every year how your collection and tools grow and maybe even shrink if you decide to offload some stuff. I remember making a video of me unboxing this very camera at least 5 years ago, so to go from that to this now is gratifying to say the least. This feels a bit landmarkish for me, being able to have enough equipment to rationalize a what's in my camera bag video. I do think it'll be fun for video content in the future to make specific videos for how I personally pack for specific reasons, whether I'm going out and shooting film photography all day, or I'm going to make a short with a friend, or I'm going to a video or photo shoot, or maybe even a shoot for a concert or anything like that. I think it'll be interesting to be able to have videos to really specify and show how I pack for those situations and the equipment that I think are worth bringing along. So make sure to like and subscribe. That content will be coming down the line, and I really appreciate you guys sticking around this long if you made it to the end of this video. I really hope you all have a great rest of your day. Cheers, my friends. We're gonna put all this shit away.